Hey everybody, Nick here, and I got a review for you today of the Kizer Ki4401a, which is a knife that's discontinued, but it's by Kizer Cutlery, and which I've had for a while, has shown up in some videos, and I never did a formal review on because it's kind of discontinued. But the viewer asked, and so, yeah, why not? Sure. This is a knife I've actually had for a while. I got it in a swap kind of thing on a forum, and, it's been a gem for me for many years. It feels like it's been a while, but for a few years now. And so might as well talk a little bit about it. First off, a quick size comparison. This is your Spyderco Delica here, and your Spyderco PM2 here. So it's not a small knife by any stretch of the imagination, a 3.5-inch blade, but it's kind of a nice thing. So let's go into the good, the bad, and the ugly, as always. So let's talk about the good here. First off, it's a titanium frame lock for 110 bucks. That's what the guy paid initially, and it's damn good for 110 bucks. It's got a lot of the features that you'd hope for. It's got your over travel stop. It's got a flip in action. It's a reasonable flipper. You can actually see that this side is solid titanium, and this side is G10 with titanium liners underneath, which is pretty impressive, actually, at that price point, considering that certain other knives have been G10, have had no liners at all on the G10 recently, Lion Spy. For 110 bucks, that's pretty nice. The ergos are good. The steel is quite good. It's S35. I think this might actually have been my first S35 VN knife, which is pretty entertaining. And overall, it's pretty well constructed. Over time, it's both smoothed out, but in the process of smoothing out, it's developed a lot of blade play, so it's kind of cheating. So although it seems very smooth, listen to this. Yeah, not great. But nonetheless, the action is really good for what you paid, or what that guy paid. So that's a beautiful thing. So the good on this is that it's a titanium frame lock for 110 bucks with a lot of the features, good steel, and decent ergonomics. Nothing not to like there. The bad on this knife is, two things. First off, you've got a proprietary proprietary screw here for your pivot, which means that I can't tighten this pivot at all, which is kind of a pain in the neck. I'm sure I could find some way, but I haven't fought it because, it's doing okay now. Another big issue with this knife is that it's tip-down carry only, which is really not ideal. And it's also not ideal for the right side because if you think about it, if this is hanging in your pocket, here, I'll hold it this way, on your right side, your flipper tab is against the side of your pocket, which has a tendency to push the knife out into your pocket like this. So it never got a whole lot of carry time because of that alone. But around the house, this has been a great knife. And then, of course, there's the blade play issue. That's a big problem, but it's also a knife that I've beat the hell, so I can't really fault it too much for that. The ugly on this knife is the warranty issue. I've said before, Kizer seems to be really trying to get better about that, but when this was purchased, if you buy a Kizer, that's pretty much it. And so, it's a knife that I knew when I got it would never have any support, and that's how you get a $110 titanium frame lock. And so at the time, and again, I've heard Kizer's getting better about this, there was just no warranty at all. And that was really the ugly part here. But on the whole, this knife has been a gem for me, even if it's not too expensive and it's got some quality issues. For what I've asked it to do, it's been pretty great. And now it sits in my kitchen as just if you need to beat on something real quick, open up like a package or something like that, and you're not, that's kind of what it gets used for. So, overall, this has been a great knife for me. Would I buy it again? I don't know, maybe. If it was the same price and maybe slightly better quality with the clip changed, then definitely. And some of Kizer's new stuff is incredible. So it's a good company. But this is early in their history. And so for me, this knife has been a total gem, even though it's got some pretty serious failings in terms of clip position and in terms of this blade play thing, which I would never accept from a new out-the-box knife that cost more money. Sorry, I'm throwing knives. But nonetheless, the Kizer Ki4401a, I believe is the number, is a nice knife. I got no complaints with it, and it served me well. So, that's my review. Hope this is helpful. Have yourself a great day.